this is Tutor Nick P, and this is lesson 273. The title of today's lesson is The Difference Between Undergraduate, Graduate, and Alumnus. Okay, sometimes students will ask what's the difference between all of these three, and sometimes you might even add in what we call a postgraduate too. Sometimes students will want to know what's the difference between really all four. So let's take a look at the first note here. An undergraduate is a student who is studying at a college or university and trying to get their first college level degree. So that means that you're a student who is presently in the first level of college. You are either a freshman, a sophomore, a junior, or a senior. You actually haven't graduated yet. You're still attending. That's what makes you an undergraduate. All right, so let's look at the first example here. Bob is a junior in college. He is still just an undergraduate student. Yes, so he hasn't graduated yet. All right, let's take a look at graduate. A graduate is someone who has finished and gotten all their credits from a high school, college, or university. So a graduate means that you did finish the school. Sometimes you might stop there. You could have a high school graduate that never went to university, or you could have a college graduate that never actually went for a higher learning degree. So again, let's take a look at the note here, or the first example here. Sam is only a high school graduate. He never attended college. Yeah, so he got his he got his degree. He graduated from high school, but he never actually attended college. Okay, let's continue. If you have already graduated from a university and you are continuing with your education to get a master's degree or a PhD, you are a postgraduate student. Yeah, so if you decide not to go for a master's or a PhD, we just say you're a graduate. But if you do try, if you start attending the university for either a master's or PhD, at that present time, you are a postgraduate student. Okay, let's continue. Alumnus is a student who graduated from a particular university or college. Yeah, so we mostly use alumnus when it's understood which individual university you're talking about, because usually you say you're an alumnus of a particular school or particular university. So let's say alumnus is directly from Latin. And the plural is alumni. Yeah, so that's often the way that Latin works. Some words, some nouns that end in a US in Latin sometimes have an I as a plural. Okay, all right, let's look at a couple of examples we have for this. He is an alumnus of Harvard University. Yeah, so again, usually when we say alumnus, we'll either say the university or it's already understood which university you are talking about. Then we say alumnus or alumni for plural. This one is, again, mostly used for university. I might sometimes even hear it used for high school. It's not likely you're going to hear it for lower grades. I never usually hear anybody say somebody is an alumnus of elementary school or primary school. Of course, you could say that they graduated from there, but we don't usually use this Latin term. We mostly use it for college and sometimes high school. All right, so let's look at the examples here. He is an alumnus of Harvard University. We did that one already. And let's look at the second one. They invited all the alumni from the year 1998 for their 20th class reunion. All right, so this is it in the plural. But of course here, when you say this, it's probably understood which university you're already talking about. Okay, anyway, I hope it's clear. I hope you got it. I hope you can clearly see the difference between all these terms now. Thank you for your time. Bye-bye.